Today, I'm diving deep into the 7 behaviors that show someone is just using you and doesn't really care. Can I spot them all? Recognizing the behaviors of people who use others for their own benefit is crucial in today's world. Unfortunately, it's a common phenomenon, and many of us have fallen prey to it at some point in our lives. Being aware of these traits can help you identify and avoid toxic relationships, friendships, or even romantic partnerships that can drain your emotional energy and leave you feeling unvalued and disrespected. Being in a one-sided relationship can be emotionally draining. When someone is using you, you might feel like you're walking on eggshells, trying to avoid conflicts or disagreements. You might feel guilty for setting boundaries or asserting your needs, and you may even start to doubt your own self-worth. It's a painful feeling, knowing that someone is only interested in what they can get from you and not in building a genuine connection. The worst part is, being used can make you feel like you're not good enough, like you're not worthy of love, care, or attention. You start to question your own identity and wonder why you're not enough for someone. It's a vicious cycle that can lead to anxiety, depression, and even feelings of loneliness. But the truth is, you are worthy of love, care, and attention. You deserve to be treated with respect and kindness. And it's time to take back control and recognize the signs of someone who's using you. Someone who only uses you and doesn't care will often display specific behaviors that are hard to ignore. They might show up only when it's convenient for them, or make promises they have no intention of keeping. They might constantly ask for favors or borrow money without ever paying it back. They might even manipulate your emotions to get what they want from you. For instance, have you ever had a friend who only calls you when they need something, but never bothers to check in on you or ask about your life? Or maybe you've dated someone who only takes you out when it's convenient for them, but never makes an effort to plan a surprise date or show appreciation for you. These are all classic signs of someone who's using you, and it's essential to identify these behaviors before you get too deep into the relationship. Another behavior of someone who uses people is that they rarely show gratitude or appreciation for what you do for them. They might take your help for granted or act like they're entitled to your time and energy. They might even get angry or defensive when you set boundaries or say no to their requests. These are all red flags that indicate someone is using you for their own benefit. In addition to these behaviors, someone who uses people might also be extremely selfish, prioritizing their own needs and desires above everyone else's. They might be emotionally unavailable, shutting down when you try to have a deep conversation or avoiding intimate connections altogether. Remember, being in a relationship with someone who uses you can be incredibly draining. It's essential to recognize these behaviors early on and take action to protect yourself. By setting boundaries and prioritizing your own needs, you can avoid getting caught in the toxic cycle of being used. Here's the thing. When you're in a relationship with someone who uses you, it's not about you being worthy or deserving of love. It's about them being unworthy of your love and attention. You deserve someone who will treat you with respect, kindness, and appreciation. Someone who will prioritize your needs and desires and work together with you to build a strong, healthy connection. For me, it took a personal experience to realize the importance of setting boundaries and prioritizing my own self-worth. I was in a relationship where I was constantly walking on eggshells, trying to avoid conflicts and please the other person. But one day, I realized that I deserved better. I deserved to be treated with respect and kindness, and I deserved to be valued for who I was. So, I set boundaries, and eventually, I had to walk away from the relationship. It was hard, but it was necessary for my own growth and self-improvement. So, let's recap the 7 behaviors we discussed today. Someone who uses you will often show up only when it's convenient for them, make promises they have no intention of keeping, constantly ask for favors, manipulate your emotions, show no gratitude, be extremely selfish, and be emotionally unavailable. If you identify with any of these behaviors in your relationships, it's time to take action and prioritize your own needs. Thanks for watching, and I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. Have you ever been in a relationship where someone was using you? How did you handle it? Share your experiences and let's continue the conversation. And if you're new here, consider subscribing for more videos on relationships, self-improvement,